Good morning, class 8th. We were reading chapter 4, that is metals and non-metals. So, in this chapter, we have seen a little introduction about metals, physical properties of metals, an activity 4.1, physical properties of non-metals, a summarized form of physical properties of metals and non-metals. Carbon, a special element, and the activity 4.1. I hope that you all have done this experiment in your fair copy. Now in this class we have to read page number. So just a minute. Okay, it is page number 53. So students of class 8, open page number 53 in your science book and keep a pencil with you to underline hard words. Now we can see a yellow box in which we have to answer some questions orally. So question number 1, what is meant by malleability and ductility? Okay, so its answer, metals can be drawn into wires and are therefore ductile in nature, and metals can be flattened into sheets by beating, and this property of metal is called malleability. Is that clear? Now the question 2. Which metal is the best conductor of heat and electricity? So I think this question is new for you all. No? Copper is a good conductor of heat and electricity. This means that if you heat one end of a piece of copper, the other end will quickly reach the same temperature. Now the question 3. Why is copper used for making electric wires? So the answer of question 3 is electricity can pass through copper with greater ease. That's why copper is used for making electric wires. Is that clear, students? Now we can see chemical properties of metals. Metals differ in their ability to react with other substances like air, water, acid and bases. So metals react differently with air, water, acid and bases. Here we can see number 1, action of oxygen on metals. Metals react with oxygen to form oxides, which are generally basic in nature and turn red litmus blue. So we understood that when metals react with oxygen to form metal oxides, so these metal oxides are called bases. You have read in the 7th class that the pH of base is less than 7 and it changes red litmus paper to blue. Now you can see some reactions. Number 1, magnesium react with oxygen and forms magnesium oxide. Sodium reacts with oxygen and form sodium oxide. Third, zinc reacts with oxygen and form zinc oxide. Is that clear, students? Now the paragraph. Metals like sodium and potassium react with oxygen readily. Underline this word. Okay, just a minute. Which means easily. So, metals like sodium and potassium react with oxygen readily and form their oxides. So, they are stored in kerosene. Okay. Now, you can understand that sodium and potassium are highly reactive metals and react vigorously with the oxygen, such that it may even cause a fire. To prevent this dangerous reaction, sodium and potassium are kept immersed in kerosene because sodium and potassium does not react with kerosene. Is that clear? Now the next, magnesium, iron and aluminium react slowly with oxygen. When left exposed to air for a long time, they get tarnished. Underline this word. Tarnished means fade. Lose their luster as they form an oxide layer on them as a result of a reaction with oxygen present in the air. So, magnesium, iron and aluminium like sodium and potassium do not react to oxygen very quickly. The color of magnesium, iron and aluminium fades long after exposure to oxygen. You can understand it by an example that you must have seen how iron utensils turn black after some days. So students, that's all for today. In the next class, we will see the next paragraph. So thank you class.